Alright guys, welcome back. So we're looking at APLD. So this is a long weekend. We have pretty much next week, pretty short week, but we have FOMC, we have NVIDIA earnings. It's pretty eventful actually. We do probably have GDP numbers as well on Thursday. So probably NVIDIA will impact a lot, and also there's a lot of speculation in terms of like small caps. Pretty much nuclear, quantum getting bid pretty high, and also GME. We know crypto. I mean, this stock is pretty much moves off of those levels. But again, if you take a look at it from earnings lows, I mean, it has already produced 100% move. But right here, right now, you can see we're had a pretty much hard time around these levels. And at the same time, the reason why I was talking about like on previous videos that above that $10-11 levels it would get really bullish is the short interest, right? It is 36% of the float, which is 172 million shares total, and 36% of that short. We'll take a look at the daily short volume as well. But again, this is a $1.6 billion company, okay? So it's a small cap for sure, but at the moment, yeah, let's quickly go through the resistance levels. I don't like to watch trend line resistance levels when it comes to resistance. Support, sure, okay, but not resistance, because again, for me, it's just linear, just price levels, certain price levels, because people react to the certain price, right? Not many people draw freaking trend lines. So 8, a little bit of a supply right there, I want to say, but in between these 10 and 8, there's a lot of cluster. You can see where as soon as it probably clears this $10 level, it will look pretty good to the upside squeeze. But short term, ultra short term, $8 resistance, support this $7, which is 200-day moving average for this stock. Yes, it does have an uptrend. We saw from that 13F filings, there are many basically funds have added this stock into their essentially basket, and they pretty much bought the stock. NVIDIA kept the stock. So yeah, 10, 11, pretty big resistance. Let's take a look at the short volume and then option activity. So essentially APLD, I think it's hard to borrow. I'm not sure about your platform, but I can only look up the interactive brokers. And yeah, there are still shares to borrow. But again, what about the daily? Again, this is not a like super accurate info. It's not like 100% complete data. So some exchanges do not report the short data. So 45%, 41%, 40%, 40%, 30. So it's not heavily shorted at all, I want to say. Okay, so this is regarding people who think that it's being shorted daily pretty crazy. Not really, but probably there are people who are holding short. So there are times people just hold funds. They hold crazy short positions for a long time. And I'm sure that's why I like to trade like breakout levels, and these kind of like lower level breakouts, I don't think they have much of a power in my experience, because I have been looking at these small caps for a while, and you can see what happened with qubits as well, right? So as soon as it cleared this 13, 12, it just started going crazy. Same thing with APLD and many small caps. So for me, breakout more of a 11 area. So as soon as it clears this 11, sure, I will be super bullish. But in the meantime, yeah, it is still in a downtrend, but short term it's in an uptrend. So in terms of short activity, yes, those people can fuel it, but as soon as stock starts pretty much hurting those people, okay? So that's my point regarding the short squeeze narrative, because many stocks actually been squeezing, but this is more of like a melt up. Regarding like big orders, I'm not seeing big orders. There are some orders, but I don't think they're significant in terms of its own even historic like prints. This is volume leaders data. So May 14th, $5 million or $7 million order, $8 million, $9 million order, and then 22nd of May, $10 million order. So regarding the option flows, so I'm in unusual whales. So the only thing I'm seeing in terms of like call buying, because this is another thing that can fuel the rally, right? So the option flows, and then the breakout, and then the volume, and then the short percentage, and all that stuff combined. So in APLD's case, I'm not seeing aggressive call buyers. The premium spent a little bit unusual, looking like 950 call for June 6th, and then May 30th, and another 950. But again, these are like $15,000 order and $60,000 order. There's nothing else after that. I'm not seeing like big money being spent. I'm seeing one actually. Hold on a second. $492,000, 6,100 contracts. This is 52 days expiration, $9 call, July 18th. That's looking interesting. Is it executed at the asking price? Let's take a look at this one. That's the only thing that I'm seeing like very large, and I don't know where exactly it may have come in. Did it come in at the asking price? I'm not sure, because this thing was executed slightly below. But again, what does volume leader say? Is it bullish? So yeah, essentially 6,500. Yeah, pretty much it was executed at the asking price, actually 900 something. So this is probably the only standing out order, I want to say. So, but it's all the way into July. So yeah, is it probable that they could go? I mean, they can double their money, possible, sure. And even if stock doesn't go in the money, if it goes near $9 in a matter of like couple days or before their expiration date, they might still make money. I mean, when you're gambling with $400,000, you're not $500,000. You're not seeking for 500, 1,000% move, right? So even like 20, 30, 50%, even 50% move is very, very big money. And it can essentially break out and hit that resistance level around these $10 levels. But I will be super bullish as soon as I see all things aligned. Essentially, people buying a lot of calls, volume picking up, some sort of a catalyst from the company itself, maybe, and then yeah, sure, possibly game on. But for now, yeah, I'm kind of like neutral to bullish for this stock, and I just wanted to quickly update this one. So that's probably it for the stock for APLD, Applied Digital. That's what I'm watching. And downside potential, I mean, you have to be careful with this 200-day moving average. If it cracks, sure, the support would be the 50-day moving average around like $5.75. So the thumbnail possibly hitting $10. Yeah, that's going to be clickbait. But again, sure, why not? It can produce another 50% move, which is essentially, that's how much of a move. If it moves like, okay, 35%, 36% move, yeah, it would be around $2 billion. Possible, but probability in terms of into that July. Let's take a look at July just quickly. Essentially the $10 being in the money, 20% probability, $9 being in the money, 25% probability. So that's the update for Applied Digital. That's what I'm watching. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe. See you in the next update. Peace.